One of my favorite things to do is to research the routines of successful people. And when you look at, let's say, Serena Williams' routine or Taylor Swift, you will see that it's pretty similar and it's kind of boring. In Why Boring Routines Make a More Successful Person, Matt Norman writes, boring routines do not make you a boring person. It makes you a consistent person. Consistency leads to better results in the long run when you're trying to achieve something big. The more you repeat a behavior, the more your brain automates it, leaving you space to tackle more difficult tasks. Once a behavior becomes automatic, it requires less effort and willpower to complete it. And that gives you freedom to tackle new challenges. So I guess the bigger question here is, how will building routines make you more successful? Building routine aligns your daily actions with your long-term goals. It simplifies your decision-making skills, it builds discipline, and it creates a space where being successful is inevitable. By sticking to your routine, it turns intentional effort into lasting progress. So essentially, your routine is not the thing that's making you successful. It's what's supporting your success in this journey. So whenever you are pouring into yourself in these little habits daily, you're going to find yourself being happier mentally. You're going to start feeling a lot more energy physically, and it's going to help you dive into your goals with a lot more confidence because you have mental clarity, you feel good, you look good, and nothing and no one can stop you at this point. So I want you to remember this moving forward. Creating healthy routines supports your success. It doesn't make you successful. Going to the gym every day is not going to make you successful. Eating healthy is not going to make you successful. It's going to support your success in the long run. It's going to support your happiness, it's going to support your health, and it's going to help you push through all the other tasks that you have to push through with a little bit more ease and confidence. So with that being said, in this video, we're gonna be talking about how to create healthy routines for you in your lifestyle. Creating a routine has changed my life in so many ways. I used to be so judgmental of people who talked about their morning routines, night routines, weekend routines, because I just could not understand how that was what was making them successful. Instead of being so judgmental and skeptical about their life and their business, I should take note and put that energy into my life and my business. So that's what I did. Let's get into this video. I need you to prepare for your future self. And how you're going to do this is by implementing habits that align with the person that you're trying to become. Think about a few things that could help support your future self, like prepping a gym bag and taking it with you to work so you can go straight to the gym after work, or even investing in services that are going to help take the load off of you so you can pour into your goals and your habits long term. One thing I've learned to do is let go of the tasks that I might not have time for and I might not need to pour into. Co-CEO and co-founder Susan Sly told Her Money, let go of perfection. At some point, something's got to go. The thing that needs to go shouldn't be the thing that is ultimately better for you and your mental health. Don't sacrifice your meditation or your workout for your hair. And remember, you can't give from a well that is empty. She's basically essentially telling you that there are going to be things that you need to show up for, and there's going to be things that you don't, and that you should delegate to other people, or you should just let go of overall. Your health is important, right? Eating healthy and fueling your body, going to the gym, working out is important so you can keep going and do the things that you want to do. Grocery shopping is not something that you have to do. You can delegate that task to somebody. That can be housekeeping, that can be meal prepping, that can be grocery shopping. And one thing that has helped me continue to thrive is putting that into someone else's hands, which is why I'm super excited to share with you guys today's sponsor, which is Hungry Root. They have seriously taken the mental and physical stress of grocery shopping off my hands so I can pour my time and energy into my business and myself. I am someone who loves to eat healthy, but there are times in my life where I just don't have time for grocery shopping. And Hungry Root is basically like having a personal grocery shopper for you. All you have to do is go onto their website, you take a quiz, and you tell them about yourself, about your dietary needs, restrictions. They take the stress off your hands when it comes to grocery shopping, and they deliver your box straight to your door. They make it so easy to to get high quality, nutritious items. So if you're trying to lean into foods that are anti-inflammatory, gut friendly, gluten-free, dairy-free, they have options for almost everyone. They also send you meals that you can make, and Hungry Roots recipes can take 15 minutes or less to create. There's no high fructose corn syrup, preservative, or any artificial sweeteners in any of the things that they send you, which I think is very important when it comes to your health. And they only source top quality meats and seafood, free of any hormones or antibiotics. Take advantage of this exclusive offer for a limited time. Get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Click the link down below or go to hungryroot.com and use code Janet. That's 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life at hungryroot.com with the code Janet. After you figure out the things that you can delegate to other people or the things that you can honestly move around when it comes to your schedule, list out your daily non-negotiables. Your daily non-negotiables are the things in your life that you honestly cannot avoid, right, within your schedule. These are fixed items. I need you to identify those and map them out, whether it's in Google Calendar or on piece of paper, in your journal, in your planner, whatever it is. And you need to identify the things in your life that you honestly just can't get around. This is getting ready for work. This is commuting to and from work, your work block, whether it is 8 hours of working a day, 5 hours, whatever it is, your work day is included in your daily non-negotiables. If you have kids, this is getting your kids ready for school, picking them up, dropping them off, all of these things. You need to figure out what are your daily non-negotiables in your life, the things that you just simply can't avoid. So once you map out your daily non-negotiables, it's time to go into the 3 focus areas of your life and figure out the things that are most important to you and that are going to keep you healthy and keep you happy. The 3 focus areas that we are zooming in on are personal, physical, and productive areas. Your personal focus area consists of habits that nourish your mind. This is journaling, learning, hobbies, right? These are things that stimulate your mind in a different way. When it comes to the physical focus area, we're leaning into obviously working out, meal prepping, walking, things like that. These are things that are going to support your physical health so you're able to show up with energy and with grit to get the job done. And the last focus area is going to be productivity. Things like your side hustle, planning for your week or month, cleaning, budgeting. These are things that are going to help keep your life going. So now that we've broken down our focus areas and you've identified the things that you want to focus on for the next month, now it's time to go into your actual schedule, whether it's in your planner, Google Calendar, whatever it is, and map out time for the things that you can do, okay? Look at the time that you have early in the morning. Look at the time that you have in the evening after work. Pencil in the time for you to journal. Pencil in the time for you to read. Pencil in some time for you to actually tap into that hobby that you've been wanting to tap into for so long, okay? I love doing this in Google Calendar because you're able to access Google Calendar on your phone, you're able to access it on your laptop, and for me, I do a mixture of physical and digital planning. So go into Google Calendar after you've put in your non-negotiables and map out your focus areas for the month or for the next quarter, and make time for the things that you need to make time for your mental health and for your sanity. When you schedule out your life in this way, it helps you not feel so hard on yourself when you're not able to do a million things all at once. And that is how we're going to create healthy routines for ourselves, is looking at the additional time we have throughout the week and basically mapping out a routine for success. So essentially, you're looking at the time that you actually have outside of work and you are maximizing it. Recently, a huge game changer for me is focusing my routine on the things that I am in dire need of, creating routines around the things that I am struggling with, okay? And that changes with the month, that changes with the week, that changes with wherever I am in my cycle. Whatever thing that I'm struggling in the most, my routine is going to help pick me back up and put me in the right direction. Laura Quick, who is the founder of Good Grit Agency and Magazine, told Her Money, "If I have a lot to accomplish, then I have to be in the right state of mind to accomplish it. My morning practice is less about checking boxes and more about self-care. I cannot take care of others without nourishing myself. When I am pointed in the right direction with my heart and mind, I think my actions follow." Your routine is less about just checking off these boxes. It is more about self-care, okay? And whenever you are taking the time to focus on these other areas of life, you're going to be able to nourish your body and your mind more, and you're going to be able to show up in other ways for people in your life. So whenever you are creating routines, create routines based off of the things that you need, right? There are going to be times where you need a little bit more of a mental push. So maybe you structure your routine out to focus in on more of those personal aspects like journaling, reading, meditating, things of that nature. Working out, okay? Hobbies. You want to make sure you are supporting yourself in the ways that you need to be supported. So if you're not feeling great mentally, structure out your routine this week to support your mental health. That might mean that you're going to more yoga classes and less actual physical weightlifting classes, or that might mean that you're waking up and just meditating, journaling, things like that, and less maybe reading fictional books, just to get yourself in the right mindset. You are supporting yourself in the ways that you need to support yourself so you can keep going. Some weeks my energy is low and I feel as though I'm not taking care of my physical health as much. Well, those weeks I'm going to focus more of my routine and the time outside of work on working out, walking, eating healthy to get myself back on track. Essentially, it's all a balance, right? But it's also realizing that you can't do everything at once. You can't do everything at once. As much as we wish we could, we can't. And the thing that's going to help push you along is supporting yourself in the areas where you need the most support, okay? So follow that when it comes to building routine. Don't just build a mindless routine where it's just like, I'm waking up today, I'm journaling, I'm working out, and then I'm moving into my work day. Yes, those are all great things, but really think about where you can support yourself, where you can truly support yourself in the long run. And lastly, as always, I want to leave you guys with a few gems. Number one, give yourself a water break every once in a while. You are not meant to work at 100% every single month, every single week. You have to give yourself some time to rest within your routine. You have to give yourself some time to do some fun things, to enjoy your hobbies, to enjoy your friends and family, okay? For me personally, I love to look at my life in quarters, right? We have quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, and four. Quarter one is generally pretty busy for me. There's a lot of campaigns, there's a lot going on. So it's not really the best time for me to rest. But at the end of quarter two and throughout quarter three, that is generally a slower season for me. I'm able to become a little bit more lax with my routine. That's typically where we plan a trip for ourselves and we take time away from work. Quarter three is typically the season where we travel. It's typically the season where I'm able to tap into my hobbies a bit more and to let loose a little bit more. Look at your life in quarters and look at the areas where you can take a step back and give yourself a water break, because those times in your life are just as important as the times where you are working at your goals. This doesn't mean you take a step away from your goals 100%, but it means you are taking a step back and recharging so you can push forward throughout the rest of the year. Give yourself a water break every once in a while. It is so necessary and you're going to thank yourself in the long run for it. Number two, understand that you will change. The only constant in our lives is change. We're ever changing. And like I said before, you want to make sure that your routine reflects who you are when you wake up. There are going to be some weeks where you are going to need to tap into more mental health. There's going to be some weeks where you're going to need to tap into your physical health, but understand that it's okay for you to change. It's okay for you to want to take a step back from certain things and to pour into other things. Don't feel bad about yourself for it. And when you realize that you're an ever-changing human being that has different wants and needs, depending on the seasons, then you will accept yourself more, and that will lead to more success in your life. You are changing like the seasons. It's okay to change with the seasons. And when you accept that, you're going to be able to really learn more about yourself. Number 3, stop taking on more than you can handle. And this is a hard pill for me to swallow, and this is something that I am going to be working on in 2025. There are times where I take on way more than I can handle. Well, I honestly like to think that I can handle whatever, right? If I put my mind to it. You might feel like no matter what gets thrown at you, you're going to be able to handle it. But that doesn't mean that you should. It is perfectly fine and healthy to say no to certain situations that aren't serving you. I get an influx of emails every day full of different opportunities, events, and collaborations that are sometimes of interest to me and sometimes aren't. As much as I wish I could do everything and be everywhere, there are a lot of things that take the back burner, and it pains me to say no to certain opportunities, but I know what's best for me in the moment and in the long run, and I've said no to a lot of things that might have interested me, but weren't going to be good for me in the long run. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is do not take on more than you can handle. And there are things that you can't handle, and it is okay to say, hey, I don't have the capacity for this. If I do, sometime down the line, I'll pick it up. Whenever you learn to take a stand for yourself and put your foot down for certain situations, it's going to help you feel a lot more confident, and it's going to help you build trust within yourself. And lastly, I want to leave you with this. Everything is going to fall into place. Don't be so caught up in the how. Don't focus on how it's going to work out for you. Focus on the fact that it is going to work out for you no matter what, okay? Be patient with yourself on this journey, because it is just that. It is a journey. You're going to try things that work out, and you're going to try things that don't work out. You're going to be like, yeah, that is not for me. I'm never doing that again. And you're gonna move forward from there. Take note of these things though, so you aren't finding yourself going back and forth in a negative loop, and so you're moving into more positive loops in your life. One thing that really helps me remain consistent is realizing that not everything is for me. There's so much advice that's thrown out here on the internet, and I think it's important to take the things that resonate with you and leave the things that don't. I want you to take a step back and realize that what is for you is already yours. You just have to get to that destination, and you just have to move as if it is yours already. Good luck in creating a routine for yourself, and let me know if you have any questions down below. I would love to help you out. I know this video was probably super long, or maybe not. I can't really tell. As always, wishing you all the success in life in your journey, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout. Bye.